Welcome to Walker's Market Weekly. I'm RK Walker, bringing you a review of this week's stock market. Over the weekend, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said Republicans had finalized a bill for additional coronavirus stimulus worth about $1 trillion. On Monday, durable goods orders for June rose 7.3% on top of the prior month's 15.1% jump. Markets rose, particularly tech, on the strength of Apple and Amazon, and the U.S. government also gave an additional $472 million in research funds for Moderna's coronavirus vaccine. Gold rose 1.9% to close at a record high of $1,938 an ounce as investors continued to simultaneously doubt the strength of the economic recovery while continuing to purchase stocks. Since the beginning of the year, gold is up more than 26%. On Tuesday, consumer confidence for July fell 5.7 points to 92.6, and the Case-Shiller Home Price Index for May remained unchanged. Markets faltered on perceptions of disappointing earnings, with major tech stocks taking the brunt. Congress continues debating the next stimulus package, with reports that Democrats and Republicans are far enough from an agreement to make passage unlikely before the end of this month, when $600 weekly unemployment checks expire. The Federal Reserve announced they are extending all of their emergency lending programs through the rest of the year. The Dow Industrials finished the day down 205 points, while the Nasdaq Composite dropped 1.3%. On Wednesday, the pending home sales index for June rose 16.6% on top of the prior month's 44.3% gain, and the EIA Petroleum Status Report for the week ending July 24th saw crude oil inventory decline by 10.6 million barrels. The Federal Reserve finished their two-day meeting and, as expected, left interest rates unchanged and close to zero. Gold continued its rise, finishing at $1,965 an ounce, and the yield on 10-year treasuries was 0.58%. The Dow Industrials closed up 160 points, and the Nasdaq Composite advanced 1.4%. On Thursday, GDP for the second quarter fell a stunning 32.9%, not as bad as expectations, however, the worst quarterly contraction ever on record. Jobless claims for the week ending July 25th increased 12,000 to 1.4 million, slightly higher than expectations and rising for the second week in a row. Markets opened sharply lower, however, the Dow Industrials continued tanking, but the Nasdaq Composite ended the day 0.4% higher as major tech companies gained ahead of their end-of-the-day earnings reports. 10-year treasuries fell slightly to yield 0.54%. After market close, Apple, Facebook, Alphabet, and Amazon all reported earnings, and none of them disappointed. On Friday, personal income for June declined 1.1%, while consumer spending rose 5.6%. The PCE price index rose 0.4%. The unemployment cost index for the second quarter rose 0.5%, and consumer sentiment for July declined 0.7 point to 72.5. Markets opened mixed, with the Dow Industrials falling and the Nasdaq Composite gaining based on the strength of Apple and Amazon. This is Walker's Market Weekly. I'm RK Walker, and I'll see you again next week.